This video contains spoilers. What's going on, y'all? Brother Doug here. Now, before I get on with this Spider-Man 2 review, I just want to say that yesterday was Free Comic Book Day. So, without further ado, I just want to share my collection of what I got. I got the Futures In from DC. I wasn't really feeling that. Guardians of the Galaxy. This one was cool. Just like a Marvel Now preview of... I wasn't feeling this either. This was cool. Rise of the Magi from Top Cow. Now this still caught my interest. This is the first one I picked up, and it was actually the last copy. I was like, "What? A hip hop book?" And come to find out, a white dude wrote it. So he did a little history. If some stuff I didn't know about that. How Rick Rubin went to black clubs, looking for talent, and he wasn't accepted. Rick Rubin, as you all know, is the co-founder of Def Jam along with Russell Simmons. And so from then on, you should already know the history about that. And they hit it big. So, that's my collection. First and foremost, let me start off by saying this. I always say this on all my movie reviews. Fuck the goddamn critics. Fuck them. Fuck them. Fuck them. I don't know if they just like the Lone Ranger last year. I told y'all on Twitter and Facebook that I seen the Lone Ranger, a couple weeks ago on Stars. Lone Ranger was actually a really good movie. It's like John Carter, and I'm mad that Disney... Well, it's not really Disney's fault. It was just, I guess, the critics. They really bashed it before the movie even came out. And it seemed like with this movie, Spider-Man 2, Amazing Spider-Man 2, because, y'all always going to flame on me in the comments. It seemed like, critics tried to pan it before it even aired. I know it already aired in the UK, but in, other places overseas. But, like, damn, man, just set it back. Just breathe for a minute. Like, they were like, oh, yeah, it doesn't feel like a Spider-Man movie. One, I don't even listen to critics. I always say this. You the viewer... You, the moviegoer, you, the person that purchased the ticket, you, the person that's watching this, are the critic. The critics are wrong on so many levels, man. So, without further ado, let's get started with this review. Alright, so I'm going to break down just a few characters. Like I start with Andrew Garfield himself, Mr. Peter Parker. Peter, I think he's if I had to choose between him or Tobey Maguire, Garfield hands down, man. I mean, it's just his presence. He was the Spider-Man. Like, I'm not really a big Spider-Man... Correction. I'm not really a big Peter Parker Spider-Man fan, but, that's definitely Peter Parker to me. His Spider-Man, the one who cracks jokes during fights, the one who just cracks jokes in general, and the one who just makes light of everything. Now, Emma Stone, she did a fantastic job as Gwen Stacy. Now, if I had to choose between Mary Jane or Gwen Stacy, I'd pick Gwen Stacy. Electro, Mr. Jamie Foxx. Man... Damn. People was just criticizing this movie, man. You see the trending topics on Twitter, Facebook, all these comic book forums, go to IGN.com, CBR, all the whole nine. They just critically pan him like, oh, just a black ripoff of Jim Carrey's Riddler from Batman Forever. Like, oh, seriously? Now, well, me, to an extent, it kind of was. It did kind of roll off of Batman Forever. The groupie turned enemy, just like The Incredibles, wasn't it Syndrome? And recently, last year with Iron Man 3, how, Killian was a groupie, and all of a sudden he got betrayed and felt, dishonored and became the villain. The Mandarin. The fake Mandarin. So with Jamie Foxx's character, though, Max... he was just a downtrodden guy. I could tell he's been bullied his whole life. Picked on, and just so miserable that he has to talk to himself and thinks that no one cares about him. That not even an ounce of a life really exists on the planet to him, aside from Spider-Man after saving him from an attack by Rhino during a car crash scene in the beginning of the movie. But later on, as he turns into Electro, the thing about that was before he turned to Electro, he needed the power to be shut down to actually attach some cables together, and he called the maintenance dude up like, hey, he shut the power off, and the cable guy is basically telling him to fuck off. Like, wait, hold on, how can he do it? He can't operate without the shit being turned off. So that was kind of a continuity error, or just a common sense error right there. Like, damn, man, he can't fix shit without the power being off, so what the fuck? So nothing that pissed me off about his character, well, not his character, just his storyline. Oscorp's been stealing his ideas, and he kept working there. Like, you serious? If my job stole my ideas, and I didn't get paid for it, no kind of credit, you think I'm gonna stay there? No, I'm gonna sue the dog shit out of their motherfucking asses. But that's just me. I'm not Max Dillon. Harry Osborn. Now, Dane DeHaan was Well, man, if I had to tap the seat, hit I'm mumbling words. Dane DeHaan, he did an awesome job. The only movie I've ever seen from him is, of course, Chronicle. And now he transitioned to this. I see big things for this dude, man. I don't know. Just his acting, it was just. I prefer his Goblin, even though everyone knows that Norman Osborn is really the Green Goblin, and Harry inherits that alter ego. But I kind of like this route they're taking. Having Harry be the Goblin first, but now since Norman's dead, uh, hey, you never know. They're building this whole Spider-Man universe, just like they do in the DC Cinematic Universe and the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And now the Fox Marvel Universe. Fox has X-Men and the Fantastic Four movie rights, and they might merge and collide on that. So everyone's trying to get these movie universes going now. My favorite part from Harry was when he was taking over the company after his dad passed, and one of the employees was like, "But Harry," and he was like, "No, it's Mr. Osborn. We're not friends." Another thing I think people are criticizing this movie about is just the runtime. I mean, yeah, I'll admit that. I can admit faults. The movie kind of just dragged along. Like, yes, plot and story are crucial parts to filmmaking, but if it kind of like Iron Man 2, like it had less Iron Man and just more uh, Tony. I know the movie is about Tony, but I mean, come on, man. People pay their money to see these summer blockbusters with, I don't know, action and violence. Of course, it had that, but it felt like it was like a long gap between all that. Like, come on, man. It just kept dragging on. Now, to piggyback what I said in the beginning about the Batman Forever references and comparisons, the critics did say that. I'll give them that. They were like, if you love the Batman movies from the 90s, the Joel Schumachers and the Tim Burton movies, then you're going to love this movie. I told y'all before, I liked all the Batman movies, Nolan's, Burton's, Schumacher's, and I just love superhero movies in general, comic book movies, because I support them. Of course, I'm going to criticize them, like a few of them, like Iron Man 3 last year. First off, it gets a 4 out of 5 for me. Yep, already said the review early. But it really did feel like it really was a fun movie, a great way to kick off the summer season. Like, what are you guys doing? Like, come on, man, and don't get me these critics. Favorite parts are when Electro first encounters Spider-Man, during the first fight, and how he gets jealous because Spider-Man's getting all the attention now after saving those people from the staircase in Times Square. And so they're like, "Hey, get off, you fuckface," or "Get off, you douchebag." And so, like, it's pissing Electro off. He's, energizing. He's collecting electric surges and shit from Times Square, from all the power, and just starts mad destruction. And then while he's calling destruction, Spider-Man comes with the fireman hose. It's the thumbnail on this video, and sprays it. It's one of my favorite parts. I was cracking up at the theater. My other little favorite part, it was kind of like a heartwarming part when he saved the little boy from the bullies, the little boy with the windmill. It was just kind of awesome to me, to see that he's not only just an action hero, but he's also, just a charismatic guy and just a really your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, if you would, just hey, bud, just instead of just swinging with the boy, he was sitting there walking with him like all the way to his house after school. Just hey, what's going on? Like a normal kid, like a big brother to a little brother. Major shout outs to Hans Zimmer and the Magnificent Six. I don't know the other five, but I know the sixth person is Pharrell. Pharrell, Happy, Jay-Z's personal beat maker. Pharrell, the guy that goes the Quincy Jones of this generation. Y'all know Pharrell with the Arby hat. I mean, if you guys don't know, I love film scores. John Williams, James Horner, Hans Zimmer. Who else? Danny Elfman. I love film scores. So now, of course, all the Easter eggs are planted. Of course, this is the death of Gwen Stacy. Now, of course, Gwen Stacy's death really did hit hard. I heard a few people sniffling in the theater. I seen a few little girls crying. Like, come on, man. I mean, people are bagging off that. You don't take heart to that, critics? What the fuck? Like, that was really one of the most heartfelt moments in the movie. That and my other favorite part I mentioned with the little boy. Like, come on, man. He's alive, though, in the Ultimate Universe, if you guys want to know. Now, they definitely said bits and pieces for the entire Spider-Man universe, as I mentioned. Of course, they have the Sinister Six movie coming up and the Venom movies coming up. They extracted all the venom from the dead spiders at Oscorp. So, of course, that's going to lead into the symbiotes. Symbiotes equaling Venom, or maybe Carnage. The Sinister Six, Sinister Six, I believe it's going to be Mysterio, Green Goblin, Rhino, Chameleon / or maybe Mysterio. I already said that. And Vulture and Doctor Octopus. My thing about that was, they didn't kill Electro off. I thought Electro was gonna be part of the Sinister Six, but Jamie Foxx said in an interview that electricity never dies, and that is true. So I don't know. And I don't think that it'll be Chameleon because since all these superhero movies are trying to stay grounded in reality, I think it's probably gonna be Mysterio. That's just me because Chameleon is kind of like a Mystique. He can transform and morph into other people, create the illusion. Now, there's no after credit scene. However, there is an X-Men clip for Days of Future Past, and also people are complaining about the song played during the end credits. It's On Again by Alicia Keys and Kendrick Lamar. That song is amazing, no pun intended. I heard it like 101 times according to my iTunes. It's I mean, can someone please tell me this? People are like, oh, it doesn't really fit with the movie. Well, can someone explain to me what is superhero music? Rock? Well, I remember R. Kelly. Okay, that's why. Remember Back to the Batman, the '90s Batman movies. R. Kelly did a song Gotham City, which I have on my iPod, both versions, the Gotham City remix, with the Brat. I guess it fits, but it fits to me. I don't know to a majority of people because a majority of people are, I guess, rock fans. But me, I don't listen to rock that much. I only have like a handful of rock songs on my iPod. I'm more of a hip hop, oldies, R&B type of dude. So a little anime music here and there, but I just floats my boat. So now, if you've seen Amazing Spider-Man 2, I want to hear from you now. What kind of comics did you also pick up for Free Comic Book Day if you attended? Let me know in the comments below. Make sure you like the video, share the video, subscribe, like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, do whatever you can to stay in contact with me. And like always, deuces and